Hi guys, welcome back to my channel Apni Pathshala. So previously I have completed the first chapter of your class 9 geography, that is India size and location. So let us see the NCERT solutions of this chapter. Question number 1. Choose the right answer from the four alternatives given below. Number 1. The Tropic of Cancer does not pass through like the states are given Rajasthan, Orissa, Chhattisgarh and Tripura. So the Tropic of Cancer does not pass through Orissa because we can see in the map that it is actually from western to eastern side, and Orissa is like in the southern side. So not southern side, like it is situated in the upper southeast of the country. So the Tropic of Cancer does not pass through it. Number 2. The easternmost longitude of India is 97 degree 25 minute east. So these informations are already given in your chapter. You can check and you can answer these questions very well. Number 3. Uttarakhand, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, West Bengal and Sikkim have common frontiers with Nepal. You can check in the Indian map as Nepal is connected to all these states: Uttarakhand, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar and West Bengal and Sikkim. Number 4. If you intend to visit Kavaratti during your summer vacations, which one of the following union territories of the India will you be going to? So Kavaratti is the capital of which island? That is Lakshadweep. So if we visit if you visit Kavaratti in summer vacation, then you have to go to Lakshadweep, the union territory of Lakshadweep, to visit Kavaratti. Number 5. My friend hails from a country which does not share a land boundary with India. Identify that country. So from the options given, we can see that only Tajikistan is such a country that does not share a border with land border with India. So the right answer will be Tajikistan. So this question number 2 is a 1 marks question. You can either write the answers in full sentence or you can write only the answers. So number 1. Name the group of islands lying in the Arabian Sea. Very easy question. You are studying it from class 5, that the islands lying in the Arabian Sea is Lakshadweep Islands. Number 2. Name the countries which are larger than India. So there are many countries because India is 7th largest according to area. So there are many countries before India which are larger than India, like Russia, USA, Canada, China, Brazil and Australia. Number 3. Which island group of India lies to its southeast? This is also very easy. Southeast means it is in the Bay of Bengal, and you are also reading this from class 5 that it is Andaman and Nicobar Islands that is situated in the southeast of the India. Which island groups are our southern neighbors? Which island groups are our southern neighbors? So this is also very easy because we are studying the neighboring countries of India from the from the class when we have started studying SST. So that will be Sri Lanka and Maldives. Question number 3. The sun rises 2 hours earlier in Arunachal Pradesh as compared to Gujarat in the west, but the watches show the same time. How does this happen? Solution. From Gujarat to Arunachal Pradesh, there is a time lag of 2 hours, but the watches show the same time because the time along the standard meridian of India, 82 degree 30 minute east, passing through Mirzapur in Uttar Pradesh, is taken as the standard time for the whole country. Because the same standard time for the whole country has been adopted, the watches shows the same time in Arunachal Pradesh, Gujarat and in all parts of the country. So we are living in India, but there are some states in India which also faces the problems in not the problems in time, but sun rises late in the west and sun rises early in the east. So in Arunachal Pradesh, the sun rises the most earlier, and in Gujarat it rises the least earlier. So the watches of Gujarat and Arunachal Pradesh are showing the same time, but the sun rises 2 hours earlier in Arunachal Pradesh and 2 hours later in Gujarat. But This is happening because the standard meridian of India, that is 82 degree 30 minute east, passing through Mirzapur in Uttar Pradesh, is always taken as the standard time of the country. Means the whole country is regulated by the time of the standard meridian that passes through Mirzapur in Uttar Pradesh. That is 82 degree 30 minute east. So wherever you go in the whole country, you can see that the time remains same, although you see 2 hours later the sunrise or 2 hours early the sunrise. There is, no matter what, the times will be same in all the watches and in phones also, because the whole system is regulated by only one meridian, that is 82 degree 30 minute east. There are many countries which have different kind of time zones, like Russia have, I think, 7 or 9 time zones, which is very, very interesting, because if you travel from the east to west, then you are actually time traveling, because all the time zones are 2 hours lagging with each other. So it's quite interesting to Russia that they have 9 time zones, and one can time travel if one is traveling from the west of Russia to the east of Russia. Okay, so number 4. The central location of India at the head of the Indian Ocean is considered of great significance. Why? Solution. The Trans-Indian Ocean routes which connect the countries of Europe in the west and the countries of East Asia provides a strategic location, central location of India. So, the Indian Ocean route, which actually connects the countries of Europe in the west and the countries of East Asia, are the main attraction and the main reason why India has a central location at the head of the Indian Ocean. Short answer type questions. Question 1. How does India occupy an important strategic position in South Asia? Answer. India an important strategic position in South Asia in the following ways. Number 1. The Indian landmass has a central location between the East and the West Asia. B. The Trans-Indian Ocean routes which connect the countries of Europe in the west and the countries of East Asia provide a strategic central location of India. The Deccan Plateau protrudes into the Indian Ocean has helped India to establish close contact with the West Asia, Africa and Europe from the western coast, and with the Southeast and East Asia from the eastern coast. So, the Indian landmass has the central location between the East and West Asia. We have already read it in the question number 4 of NCERT solutions. Also, the Trans-Indian Ocean routes which connects the countries of Europe and in the west and countries of East Asia provides a strategic location to India, because India is the main attraction, because because India is in the middle of these two from these countries, because it forms a channel for connecting the countries of Europe and East Asia. The Deccan Plateau protrudes into the Indian Ocean has also helped India to establish the close contacts with the West Asia, Africa and Europe from the western coast, and with Southeast and East Asia from the eastern coast. So, the Deccan Plateau also helped India to establish its close contacts with the West Asia, Africa and Europe. That is why India has a strategic position in the list of countries of South Asia. Number 2. Why is the name of the southernmost point of India? What is the name of the southernmost point of India? Why is it not visible today? The southernmost point of India is Indira Point. The Indira Point is situated in the Great Nicobar group of islands in Andaman Nicobar Island. It is not visible today because it was submerged under sea water in 2004 during the tsunami. So, there was the the tallest southernmost point of India, that is Indira Point. The Indira Point is situated in the Great Nicobar group of islands in the Andaman Nicobar Island. So, during the tsunami of 2004, it was actually submerged under the sea, and that is why it is not visible today. Number 3. What is latitude? What is the latitudinal extent of India? Answer. The position of place measured in degrees north or south of the equator. It is mostly calculated because of angular distance of a place north-south of the equator. So the latitude is the position of a place that is measured in degrees in north or south of the equator. Means latitudes are measured in north and south direction, and it is actually used for measuring the position of a place. And also it is calculated because of the angular distance of a place from north to south of the equator. Means mainly here the equator is important, because if the positions of a place are determined through latitudes, because if the latitude is near equator, then the regions will be more hotter, and if the latitudes are far from the equator, then the regions will have more moderate climate. If it is so far, then it is actually in frigid zone, where the temperature is quite very low, not quite very low, that you cannot even imagine to stay there. The latitudinal, the mainland of India extends between latitudes of 8 degree 4 minute north and 37 degree 6 minute north. So the latitudinal extents are, you have to remember this very carefully. What are the latitudinal extents of India? That is 8 degree 4 minute north and 37 degree 6 minute north. And the latitudinal extension shows that India is located in the northern hemisphere. So according to this latitudinal extension, we can see that India is located in the northern hemisphere. Number 4. Which ocean is named after India? Give 2 reasons as to why it was named after India. Answer. The Indian Ocean is named after India. India is the only country which has the credit of an ocean named after it. The Arabian Sea and the Bay of Bengal extensions of the Indian Ocean lie to the west and east of Indian Peninsula, and the Indian Ocean lies to its south. No other country has a long coastline on the Indian Ocean as India. The central location of India at the head of the Indian Ocean has provided India a strategic location of great significance along the trans-Indian ocean routes. It is India's eminent position in the Indian Ocean which justifies the naming of the ocean after India. So the Indian Ocean is the only ocean that is named after India. India is the only country which has the credit of naming an ocean after it. The Arabian Sea and Bay of Bengal, that are extensions of Indian Ocean, lie to the south and east of the Indian Peninsula respectively, and the Indian Ocean lie to the south. No other country has such a big coastline of Indian Ocean like India itself. The central location of India at the head of the Indian Ocean has also provided India as a strategic location of great significance, as it connects the countries of Europe with the countries of South Asia. And India also got an eminent position because of Indian Ocean for trading with Africa, Southern Europe and South Asia also. Number 5. Why is India called a subcontinent? India is called a subcontinent because it is a big landmass. This stands out a distinct geographical unit from the rest of the continent. It is separated by natural features like mountains and rivers. India is also separated from rest of the continent by the mighty Himalayas. So India actually is a country, but it has some certain features that describes her as a subcontinent. Like it is a big landmass that stands out as a distinct geographical unit from the rest of the continent. It is also separated by the natural features like rivers, mountains. All means you can see different types of climate in different parts of India. That is actually the uniqueness of India, and that is why it is called subcontinent, because in a continent there are different countries which have different kind of climate, but India is itself a country which has different kinds of climates as well as cultures. India is also separated from the rest of the continent by the mighty Himalayas. So India is actually separated from the rest of the countries of Europe because of the mighty Himalayas, as Himalayas are protecting it from every other every other calamities or every other disasters that are coming to India. Number 6. How have been mountain passes been helpful in India since historic times? Answer. India is bounded by the young fold mountains in the northwest, north and northeast. The various passes across the mountains in the north have provided passages to the ancient travelers. The spices, muslin and the other merchandise were taken from India to different countries through these passes. Mountain passes have contributed in the exchange of ideas and commodities since historic times. So, India is bounded by the young fold mountains in the northwest, north and northeast. And the various passes across the mountains in the north have provided passages to the ancient travelers. So there are many passes that have been that are destroyed now, and some are also present, and through which they have there are many ancient travelers who actually traveled to India for different kinds of interesting things, such as the spices, the muslin and other merchandise, which are actually taken by these ancient travelers to their country. Mountain passes have also helped in the exchange of ideas and commodities during historic times, because these passes are mainly used for trading purposes and or any other important works that should not be done from the main from the main passage. These things are done from these mountain passes because they are very secretive and only a few of the officials and traders are actually know about that. Number 7. What is the latitudinal extent of India? How is the latitudinal spread in India advantageous to her? The latitudinal extent of India lies between 8 degree 4 minute north and 37 degree 6 minute north. This means that the longitudinal expanse is about 30 degree from west to east. The advantages of longitudinal spread are: it influences the duration of the day and night as one moves from south to north. Number 2. It also helps to take advantage of the Indian Ocean, the Arabian Sea on the west and the Bay of Bengal on its east for sea movements. So, the latitudinal extent that I have already told is 8 degree 4 minute north and 37 degree 6 minute north. And this means that the longitudinal expanse is about 30 degree from east to west. Means there is a difference of 30 degrees. So the advantages of longitudinal spread are: it actually influences the duration of the day and night as one moves from south to north. So there will always be a difference between the duration of day and night, because the longitudinal extents are changing. So there will be always a difference between the duration of day and night. It also helps to take advantages of the Indian Ocean, Arabian Sea in the west and Bay of Bengal on the east for sea movements. Yes, these extents are very important, because with the help of these extents one can travel with all their potential, because the latitudinal extents always tells the traveler that what are the upcoming calamities or what are the upcoming disasters that are going to happen on this route. Number 8. Why do the days and nights are almost of equal duration at Kanyakumari? Kanyakumari in Tamil Nadu is located at the southernmost tip of India's mainland. The latitude 8 degree 4 minute north passes close to it. The place is thus near the equator and lies close to the equatorial region. As the sun shines directly over the equator throughout the year. The durations of day and night are almost equal here. Hence, in Kanyakumari, the difference in the duration of day and night is very little. So, Kanyakumari in Tamil Nadu is located at the southernmost tip of India's mainland. The latitude 8 degree 4 minute north passes close to it. So, through the nearest of Kanyakumari, means nearly to Kanyakumari, the latitude that is 8 degree 4 minute north passes through it, and the place is thus near the equator and lies close to the equatorial region. So, as it is close to the equatorial region, then the durations of day will be more, because sun is actually giving its more power in the equatorial region, and the regions near the equator will be also very hot, that is unbearable. Hence, there is a time difference between the duration of day and night in India, because days will be longer than nights, like we have in summer. Number 9, why is the knowledge of latitude and longitude important to people? The knowledge of latitude and longitude is important for people because it helps them to understand and locate the geographical location of globe better. The use of latitude and longitude offer a better and quick grasp of geographical facts. So, it determines the time zones of different regions of the world with the help of longitudes and latitudes. It is easy to calculate local time and standard time. Longitudes and latitudes also help in calculating the distance from one place to another. So, the knowledge of latitude and longitude is actually very, very important to people because it helps them to understand and locate the different geographical locations and globe better. The use of latitudes and longitudes offer a better and quick grasp of geographical facts. It determines the time zones of the different regions of the world. Yes, the latitudes and longitudes are mainly important for determining the different time zones of the world. With the help of latitudes and longitudes, it is easy to calculate the local time of a place as well as the standard time. Latitudes and longitudes also help in calculating the distance from one place to another. Yes, because these are very important for calculating the distance from one place to another. Okay, number 10. What do you know about the neighbors of India? India occupies an important strategic position in South Asia. India shares its land boundaries with Afghanistan, Pakistan in the northwest, China, Nepal and Bhutan in the north, and Myanmar and Bangladesh in the east. The island states of Sri Lanka and Maldives are our southern neighbors. Across the sea, Sri Lanka is separated from India by a narrow channel of sea formed by Park Strait and the Gulf of Mannar, while Maldives Islands are situated on the south of the Lakshadweep Islands. Pakistan, Nepal, Bhutan, Bangladesh and India form the most natural and geographical unit, often referred to as the Indian subcontinent. So, India occupies a strategic position in South Asia as India shares its land boundaries with many countries like Afghanistan and Pakistan in the northwest, China, Nepal, Bhutan in the north, Myanmar and Bangladesh in the east, and the island states of Sri Lanka and Maldives are the southern neighbors of India across the sea. Sri Lanka is separated from India by a narrow channel of sea formed by Park Strait and the Gulf of Mannar, while Maldives actually situated to the south of the Lakshadweep Islands. Pakistan, Nepal, Bhutan, Bangladesh and India form the most natural geographical unit offered to as the Indian subcontinent. Long answer type question. Question 1. How has the long coastline been beneficial to India? Answer. The Arabian Sea and the Bay of Bengal, extensions of the Indian Ocean, lie to the west and east of the Indian peninsula, and the Indian Ocean lies to its south. The total length of the coastline of the mainland of India, including Andaman and Nicobar and Lakshadweep, is 7,516.6 km. The long coastline of India has helped in maritime trade since ages. The central location of India at the head of the Indian Ocean has provided it a strategic location along the trans-Indian ocean routes. India can establish close contact with West Asia, Africa and Europe from western coast, and with Southeast and East Asia from the eastern coast. The long coastline has also played a major role in influencing the climate of India. It provides opportunities for fishing and extraction of petroleum. It serves as a natural boundary protecting India. So India is actually very benefited because of the long coastline that starts from the Arabian Sea, including Indian Ocean, to Bay of Bengal. It lies in the east, west and east of the Indian peninsula and Indian Ocean in the south. The total length of this coastline of the mainland of India, that includes Andaman and Nicobar and Lakshadweep, is 7,516.6 km. This line is very important. Actually, this number, the length of the total coastline, you have to remember it, and these questions are actually asked in your competitive exams. So you have to remember these kind of small details very carefully so that you can easily answer them. The long coastline of India has helped in maritime trade since ages. The central location of India at the head of the Indian Ocean has provided a strategic location along with the routes of Indian Ocean. So the Indian Ocean actually helps India in establishing trade between the countries of Europe, Africa and with the countries of South Asia, because India is actually the middle point of these countries, and it also helps in the trading of these countries. The central location of India, that is at the head of the Indian Ocean, has provided the strategic location along the trans-Indian ocean routes. India can establish close contact with West Asia, Africa and Europe from western coast and with Southeast and East Asia from the eastern coast. The long coastline has also played a major role in influencing the climate of India because it provides opportunities for fishing and extraction of petroleum. It serves as a natural boundary protecting India. So the coastline is actually very important because it is influencing the climate of India, and also it helps in the fishing and extraction of petroleum from the natural boundaries from the boundaries of the islands and also from the Indian Ocean, and it is also the natural boundary for protecting India. Number 2, what was the contribution of land routes to India in ancient times? Explain. The contribution of land routes to India in ancient times are given below. The large land boundaries of India have helped to develop links with her neighboring countries. It contributed in the exchange of ideas and commodities since ancient times. The ideas of the Upanishads, the Ramayana and the Gita, etc., have become known to the world. The Indian numerals as well as the decimal system long back crossed the border. The Arabs took these ideas to the west. The spices, muslin and other merchandise were taken away from India to different countries through these land routes. On the other hand, the influence of Greek sculpture, the architecture styles of dome and minarets from the West Asia can be seen in different parts of our country. So, the large land boundaries of India have helped in developing different kinds of connections with the neighboring countries, which had actually helped India for various kinds of trade purposes. It also contributed in the exchange of ideas and commodities since the ancient times. The ideas of the Upanishads, Ramayana and Gita have become known to the world because of these land routes. The Indian numeral and as well as the decimal system long ago crossed the border, and the Arabs took these ideas to the west and spread it to other countries because of these routes. The spices, muslin and other merchandise were also taken from India to different countries through these land routes. On the other hand, the influence of Greek sculpture, the architectural styles, the styles of domes and minarets that came from West Asia are also seen in our countries as well. Actually, our sculptures are inspired by the works of the Greek sculptures. Number 3. Write a note on the location and size of India. This question is very big, but you have to answer this as a whole because this question carries 5 marks. If you can write these things in points, then it will be more effective, but I have given here as paragraph wise. You can make it by point wise also. Location. India is a vast country lying entirely in the northern hemisphere. The mainland extends between latitudes 8 degree 4 minute north, 37 degree 6 minute north, and longitudes 68 degree 7 minute east and 97 degree 25 minute east. The Tropic of Cancer 23 degree 30 minute east divides the country into almost 2 equal parts. To the southeast of India's mainland lie the Andaman and Nicobar Islands in the Bay of Bengal, and to the southwest lie the Lakshadweep Islands in the Arabian Sea. So, India is actually a vast country lying in the northern hemisphere the mainland extends between the latitudes of 8 degree 4 minute north and 37 degree 6 minute north, and the longitudes 68 degree 7 minute east and 97 degree 25 minute east. The Tropic of Cancer, that is 23 degree 30 minute north, divides the country into 2 equal parts. The southeast of India's mainland lie in the Andaman and Nicobar Islands in the Bay of Bengal, and to the southwest lie the Lakshadweep Islands in the Arabian Sea. Size. The landmass of India has an area of 3.28 square kilometer. India's total area accounts for about 2.4% of the total geographical area of the country. So, the landmass of India is actually of an area of 3.28 million square kilometer. India's total area accounts for about 2.4% of the total geographical area of the world. These you have to memorize these 3.28 square kilometer and 2.4% because these are also important for your competitive exams as well as your class 10 exam also, because the same things you will get to read in your class 11 also, and these topics are repeated. You will know more, but these topics are also repeated. India is the 7th largest country of the world. India has a land boundary of about 15,200 km, and the total length of the coastline of the mainland, including Andaman and Nicobar and Lakshadweep, is 7,516 km. In the east-west extent, it has an east-west extent of 2,933 km from Arunachal Pradesh to Kutch in Gujarat, and a north-south extent of 3,214 km from Kashmir to Kanyakumari. So, India is the 7th largest country of the world. India has a land boundary of 15,200 km. You have to memorize this. And the total length of the coastline and the mainland including Andaman and Nicobar and Lakshadweep is 7,516.6. You have already know about this. And the east-west extent from Arunachal Pradesh to Kutch in Gujarat is 2,933 km, and north-south extent of 3,214 km from Kashmir to Kanyakumari. The southern part of the country is in form of a peninsula tapering towards the Indian Ocean in the south. It is bounded by the Arabian Sea in the southwest and the north of Bengal in the southeast. So the southern part of India is in the form of a peninsula that is pointed towards the Indian Ocean in the south. It is bounded by the Arabian Sea in the southeast and the Bay of Bengal in the southeast. So I hope you can understand the question answers that I have given to you, and you should write these things in your copies so that you can easily get through these, because these videos are good, but if you write them in your own language, then these things are more better, because you have to develop your own ability also. So here our chapter ends with question answers, and I have also given previously the explanation of the whole chapter. So if you have liked this video, then hit the like button, share it with your friends and families, and you can subscribe to my channel for getting more contents. Also, I will come with new content, that is your history, in the next class. So stay tuned. Thank you. Bye.